Vince had the idea, let's just drop all those backgrounds. And at first it felt weird because it's just Foley. For quite a while, there's zero space in it, like zero air. And then it just kind of opens up and then makes it more of a contrast so that when she does fire up the engines, then it's just like, okay, now we're going somewhere.
I'm at Universal Studios, but not that Universal Studios, which is the theme park, but the actual Universal Studios lot in Los Angeles to go behind the scenes of one of my very favorite shows, which is Pluribus, which is mixed here on this lot. I'm gonna be chatting with Larry Benjamin, the dialogue and music mixer, and Tim Hoogenakker, who's the sound effects mixer, about how they make this whole thing sound unsettling and empty.
Hello, welcome to Studio Post, an NBC Universal company. Come on in. My name is Larry Benjamin, re-recording mixer for Pluribus, and step right this way. We mix this on Mix 6. Tim, welcome.
How you doing? Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. Welcome.
So this is a scene here where Carol is first learning that she can't have any reliance on the outside world in terms of, the 911 operator, what have you. Right now, it's she's on a standard landline, and she's reached an operator playing just a message that you've reached 911, and then she steps away from the base station. So they wanted us to communicate to the audience that she's out of range and kind of distort the audio. I'll play it for you in context, and then I can show you how I manipulated it.
You've reached the Albuquerque Police Emergency Number. Please remain on the line. An operator will be with you shortly. You've reached the Albuquerque Police Number. Please remain on the line. An operator will be with you shortly. You've reached the Albuquerque Police Number.
And so for that, I took the recording from a loop group person, and then I kind of futzed it with Speakerphone, which I often use. So the clean one here is...
You've reached the Albuquerque Police Emergency Number. Please remain on the line. An operator will be with you shortly. You've reached the Albuquerque Police Emergency Number. Please remain on the line. An operator will be with you shortly.
Now, I've already treated that with just a clean Speakerphone, a telephonic sound. And then I took that and then kind of... And then I further just kind of did some old-fashioned editing techniques and just chopped a bunch of slices in between like this. And then I kind of did a little recipe of the voice from Speakerphone, nice and clean, and then I kind of distorted it. And then I'm putting some kind of interference. So I kind of did different treatments and then dissolved in between the intelligible, clean one and that kind of one that's been distorted. And now we're going to go to a section that is a little bit of a dance when the contaminant, if you will, the virus is spread. The guys are, taking it from their saliva and spreading it into the Petri dishes. And Tim can kind of give you a little deconstruction of that scene.
Yeah, this is where the Foley guys really gave us some fun separation here. I'll play the whole section here. Now I can give you individual here. This is Foley. You see they're all panned. So if I solo just this one, which is the dishes. I also have this section, which is on the tray, flopping from the dish. This is the goop, I think. The big sloppy, gooshy stuff. And the mouth swabs. So then when you get the entire thing, the entire Foley, they're in synchronization. It's not perfect. Because, maybe someone's got a little, there's some kind of a physical impediments that they may have inherent. So, of course, maybe they're not all going to be perfectly in sync, but it gives you an idea that there's, it's synchronized. So then obviously with music going on too, it makes a big difference. So music is carrying the tense of it.
everybody says, "We just want to help Carol." You know, the others are kind of in sync. But we realized if they were too synchronized, it almost sounded robotic. We wanted to sound fuller, and again, kind of that same humanistic approach that Tim was talking about with the Foley, where certain things are just slightly offset. And it was originally like this. Several tracks of loop group sang it in addition to production, but it turned out to be too much. It was too thick. So a lot of these are, loop group tracks, and I'm panning it, behind us and in front of us, and
We just want to help, Carol.
a little bit of a slap, so singles. But what we ended up using really is production. They set it in sync, and you can see I slightly offset the two different tracks and then obviously panned them independently. So,
Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that would have been aligned. This
Yeah.
is production. These are the actual people.
Those are the
on
actual people
set.
saying it on the set.
These are people who came in to re-record it, but you actually ended up not using it, but
yeah.
just offsetting the kind of.
The boom capturing, multiple people. So I actually have up in production that same set of people right here, and those are in sync. I left those in sync, right? So that's kind of the base code, if you will. That's. We just want to help, Carol. So that's going to the left. This one's going to the right.
We just want to help, Carol.
And then I took those same tracks, cleaned them up, and then put them down in this various stem here, and then offset them a little bit. And it's hard to see, but when I zoom in, you can clearly see that they're offset just to create that kind of human feel. And I'm adding a little bit of slap here using Stratus 3D. Kind of opens up the space a little bit. So if I play it all together, it plays like this.
What's wrong with you people? You just want to help, Carol.
So this happens as a device throughout the show. Anytime the others recognize Carol, they say, "Hi, Carol," or "Hello, Carol." Even the women that are on the Air Force One as they welcome her, those have similarly been offset, captured from either production and or loop group.
Very cool.
So this is Manousos making his way through the jungle.
He just got done burning his car, and now he's scrolling through. He's going to be walking right. Here's where he walks into the Darién Gap, which is the jungle right up off of Panama, basically into Panama, because he wants to go towards North America. So they've warned him, don't go through here, but he's doing it anyway.
It's treacherous.
It's very treacherous. There's these scenes, there's these changes in time as he's walking through, because it's each step of the way there's a time cut. And it's not just visually changing, but it's audibly changing because he's under a new threat. Every time you get to a new cut, he's got something else that's sitting around him that's ready to get him. And that's all, you don't quite hear it directly, but there's just all sorts of different strange sounds coming in different directions. For example, when you start playing in here, you have the birds back here.
My name is Manousos.
There's one section of time. And then we cut to.
I am not one of them. I wish to
So
save
now
the
more
world.
closer to some water.
My name is Manousos.
And then coming out of this, we'll go into a new angle. So it's a nighttime.
One of them. I wish to save the world. My name is
And you hear the
Manousos
shift.
Oviedo.
The birds are different. It's like another
not
threat,
one
if you will.
I am
Now you're hearing more
one of
frogs
them.
in this section.
I wish to save the world.
And Tim is using all the multi-channel speakers, to create like a canopy of this treacherous jungle, as well as what's behind us in different elements and different speakers.
Yes.
I wish to save the world.
As he's getting further into it,
My name is Manousos Oviedo. I am not one of them.
so you notice it feels a little bigger here.
Wish to
It's
save
feeling
the
a little
world.
thicker.
My name is Manousos Oviedo. Not one of them. I wish to save the world.
When we're working with Vince, he is very much all about having many people in the room that gets a voice. So whether or not you're the highest executive in the show or you're the guy bringing in the lattes, it doesn't matter. He wants to hear. If you have a beating heart, blood pumping through your veins, he's going to want to know. He wants your note.
I love the collaboration we have and the shorthand we have with this group. And they very much encourage us to be creative. And it kind of comes from the top. And Vince is always pushing people to perform at their level best. And we want to impress him and make him happy and everybody else involved in the show. So it gives us kind of, without sounding cornball, the warm and fuzzies working with this group, knowing that we're doing something special. We're trying to anyway, with humility and grace and, under his guidance and tutelage. It's enormously gratifying creatively.